Hello students, today we are going to see the lesson 1 of unit 2, that is strings. In this lesson we are going to learn how to create and store the text using the string type. We will also get familiar with the variety of string methods that allow you to compare the two strings, access particular characters within a string, and insert and remove the values inside the string. So first we will see how to declare the string. So here in this example, you will see that we have declared one constant called as a greeting. This constant greeting is having the string value as a hello. Below that, you will find that we are having one variable other greeting, which is having the string value as a salutations. So we have assigned a hello string to the greeting constant and the salutations string to the variable constant. So this is the declaration. By using this declaration method, you can assign the string to the constant or the variable. Now below that you will find that we have assigned or declared one constant called as a joke equal to triple inverted commas. Inside that we'll have the question as a why did the chicken cross the road, and answer for that is to get to the other side, and the triple inverted comma is completed. And when we call that with the print function, print inside the bracket joke, you will find the on the console you'll find the it as a whatever the sentence or the data which we are having inside the triple inverted commas, that will be printed. So if we try to run this particular code on the playground, we will see how it will look. Okay, we will try that on the playground. I will open the playground here. So first for that I will require the Xcode to be initiated. So Xcode will be initiated here, and in Xcode if you go to the files, then new file, sorry, this is the keynote. I have to go to the Xcode. When we go to the Xcode, when we go to the file, new file, then we'll have the playground here. So I will click the next here. I will give the name here for the playground as a string, and we will create that. Now by default this playground comes with this greeting variable is assigned with the string value hello playground. So this is the one of the example which we find in case of how to declare the string. Now if you go here, let joke equal to triple inverted commas and the question and answer inside that, and then the completion is there. If you run this code, it will start building. First time initial, it will take some time to run. So we have to wait for some time. Okay, so here we'll get the output in the console window that whatever the data or the string we have defined inside the triple inverted commas. So from this example, we can say that we can assign or we can write the string. If you write the string inside the triple inverted commas, that will be printed on as it is on the console. Then we'll move further. These are the basics of the string, the escape character and their description. Here we have one constant called as a greeting, and we have assigned the string. It is traditional in the programming to the print hello world to the greeting constant. We are having the escape character with the double quotes, backslash character, tab character, and the carriage written where we use for the return to the beginning of the next line. So these are the basic string symbols or the characters which we can use in case of defining the strings. Now empty string, if the string is empty, so that you can define it as a, you can see on the slide we have defined that as a one variable called as a my string equal to double inverted commas, and build inside the double inverted commas we are having the empty string. Now if you want to check the whether the string is having the some value or not, or the some characters inside or not, then we can use the method that is if. You can see we have written down the here the method here. If my string dot is empty the method where inside the curly brace you can write print the string is empty. That means if the my string is empty, whatever the string name we have given here, my string dot is empty, that means here we are checking whether the my string is having the any string value or not by the method called as a dot is empty. So if we have written this code, my string dot is empty, it will return as a the string is empty. If it is empty, it will return as a empty. So we will also check this on the playground. We'll go to the playground. So if you run this, you'll find the string is empty in the output. Now here, if I write something here, like suppose that I have written right here my name, Ravindra. Now we'll check what this will return. So it is returning nothing because our string is not empty. So that means this is empty is working fine. Okay. If you again remove the string here and if you run again, then you'll find console the string is empty. That means this is the method a dot is empty by which you can check whether you are having your string is having the value some value or not. We'll move further. Then we are having the characters for the strings. Now here let a equal to double inverted comma a. Here a is a string. Then let b, the return type, data type is a character, equal to b, where b is a character. That means if you define the data type for the constant or variable, it will be treated as it is. If it is not treated like this, then in the double inverted comma, it will be treated as a string. So let a is equal, that means this is the difference. If we find a, let a is equal to a, and let b, if the data type is a character, then b is a character. The next concept is a string concatenation. That means if you are adding or combining the two strings, that will be considered as a string concatenation. So here example shows you we have defined two constants. One is a string 1. The first constant is a string 1 having the string value as a hello. Second constant as a string 2 having the string value as a world. If you want to combine or the concatenate these two strings, you can use the below syntax. We have defined here one variable called as a my string and equal to string 1 plus strings 2. That means this will be by for the adding these two strings, we can use the string concatenation by the plus sign, string 1 plus string 2. Another method that by using, if you want to add some more text to the my string, you can use string plus equal to hello. That means this hello will be appended into the your previous string, my string. Okay, so we will check this also on the playground. If you go to the playground, if you run this, so for that I have to, my string is already reassigned we here, so I will go here my string 1 and here also my string 1, and then you'll find the ambiguity. It is expected that ambiguity, okay, that's fine. So if you run this, we have not printed anything, so I will, you can see here on the this window, you can see this is the output whatever we are going to see on the debug window, hello world. Okay, so similarly if you want to see on the debug window, print, I have to print this variable my string 1. Then if you run this, okay, and if again that if I print this after this, the extra hello will be appended here. Okay, you can see that. So this is called as the string concatenation, which is again an important concept as far as the strings are concerned. Then the next thing which we want to study, that is a string interpolation. Here you can see the example. In string interpolation, you can see the, here we have defined one constant call as a name and having the name as a Rick, and one more constant age having the age as a 30, and we have printed that with the backslash name is backslash age years old. Now in case of string interpolation, It makes the inclusion of constants, variables, literals, and expressions easier. This string interpolation allows you to easily combine many values into the single string constant or the variable. Here you can insert the raw value of the constant or variable into the string by preceding the name with the backslash. So here you can see backslash name and backslash age we have defined. We can wrap that in the parenthesis. You can see name is also into the parenthesis and age is also in the parenthesis. So if you run this particular code onto the playground, you'll get the output like this. Command V. If you run this, you will get the re keys of 30 years old. That means this is the string interpolation where we can use this backslash with the wrapping the name in the parenthesis. Okay, so this is the method by which you can combine the strings. Again, the same one more example. Only the thing change here that we have derived expression here. That means two values are there. We have assigned the constant a with the value 4, constant b with the value 5. And if you printed that if a is backslash a and b is backslash b, then a plus b equals backslash a plus b. If you run this, you will get the addition of a plus b. You will also run this on the playground. So we'll have this. If a is 4 and b is 5, then a plus b equals 9. Okay, so this is that super cool. Fine. So the concatenation and the interpolation is needed for the combining the strings. Okay. Then the next concept of the string is the string equality and string comparison. So here we have defined one constant called as a month, which is having the value as a January. One more constant as a other month, having the value as a January, which is same to the previous one. And third constant is a lowercase month, where we are having the January written in the lowercase. Now, if you want to compare the two strings for the equality, you can compare that by the syntax here written on the, like in the slide, you can see if month equal to other month. Now here the month and other month are exactly same. They are also matching in the case in the whether they are having the similar cases. Okay, so that means if you compare that, they are it will be printed they are the same. But if you compare the month with the lowercase month, it is a case sensitive, so it will be printed as a they are not the same. We will check this on the playground whether the output, what output we will get for the this particular string equality. We'll get some space here. Okay, so if you run this, you will get they are the same. That means when we compare the month equal to other month, they will get that they are the same. And when we compare the month is not equal to lowercase month, then they are not the same. Again, we'll move further. Now here, if you want to ignore the case, just in previous case, because of the case sensitivity, the string is not showing the matching. So if you want to ignore the case, then you can use the method which is called as a lowercase dot lowercase. So here we have defined one more string, John Apples, for the name constant assigned with the name constant. And again, we have gone if name dot lowercase equal to Johnny Appleseed, where we are having the case sensitive dot lowercase, the two names are equal. Now here we are using the, we are comparing the second Johnny Appleseed with the first name constant. Okay, so but if here we are using the lowercase method, so that due to the low use of the lowercase method, it is showing as a both are equal. Still they are differing in the cases, uppercase and lowercase. See, they are still, they are differing the with the cases, but still it is showing the output as a, the two cases, the two are equal. We'll see this on the playground also. If I go here and if you run this, the two names are equal. Okay, that because of this lowercase method. If I remove the lowercase method, you can see what happens here. If I remove the lowercase method here, if I remove this, then we will see what will be the output. Nothing is printed. That means if I are not using the lowercase method, it will be treated as a different strings. Okay, so if I again put the dot lowercase here, we'll have the support. Okay, and sorry, I have to go here below that dot lowercase, here also dot lowercase. Okay, now if you run this, you will get the output as a, they two names are equal. Super cool. Now the next concept is the string comparison, where now by use of prefix and the suffix, you can see we have took one constant greeting having the string hello world, and if you printed that greeting dot has prefix hello, that means if it is checking for the prefix and the suffix. So if you written down the greeting dot has prefix, that means it will check the greeting string whether it is having the hello prefix or not. If it is having the hello prefix, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So our string is having the prefix as a hello, so it will be printed as a true. Similarly, suffix, we can also check the suffix by using greeting dot has suffix. So it will be checked for the suffix. If it is having the suffix as a word, if it is matching with the string suffix, then it will be printed written as a true, otherwise it will be written as a false. Then if you're having the some change, now the third, in the third print statement, you are having the case sensitive word there. You can see the capital W is there. So that's why it is returning with the false. If you use the lowercase method, then it is fine. But if you're not using the lowercase method, then it will be treated as a different string. But here we want to focus on the suffix and the prefix. So we are not bothered about the lowercase letters method. So if you run this on the playground, you will have Okay, true, true, and false, right? So redeclaration is there, so that's why it is showing. If I comment here, then it is expected that this will be okay. Fine, super cool. Then again, we will go further, string equality and the comparison, where we will find the substrings. That means the some specific from the string, we will find whether that string contains that specific alphabet or the name present in that or not. So for the illustration purpose, we have took here one way constant greeting having the string as a hierarchy. My name is Amy. Now here we are checking where our string is having the text my name is. Okay, so for that we have written down this if statement. If greeting dot contains inside the bracket my name is, if it, that means if the string greeting contains this my name is, then it will return making then it will be printed as a making an introduction. If it is not having that, then it will be printed nothing. Okay, so that mean to say, so if you run this on the playground, if you run this on the playground, you will find the easiness of this. You'll find the output of this making an introduction. So greeting again, we have already redeclared that. Okay, so fine. I will comment out this. Okay, so okay, so then if you run this again now, yes, making an introduction. Okay, now if I put something else here, suppose that if I put here my name Ravindra. Now whether we are having the Ravindra in the greeting string, no, so that means nothing should be printed. See what happens. Okay, super cool. Making an introduction is not printed, that means Ravindra is not present in the greeting string, and we are having our output exact perfect output for this. Then string checking the length, you can use you can check the length of the characters or the string by using the count function. So you can use the count here. We have constant name here having the name as a Ryan Mayers, then count constant here, that is a name dot count, and a new password 1234. Here we are checking whether our string new password is new password dot count is lesser than 8. We are checking whether your new password is having the value lesser than 8 characters, or the length should be lesser than the 8. If it is lesser than 8, then it should be printed like this password is too short and password should at least have the 8 characters. So currently it is having only the 4 characters. So it will be printed that password is too short, password should have at least 8 characters. See what happens in the playground. You'll see what happens in the playground here. If you run this, you'll printed this password is too short, password should have at least 8 characters. Now we'll see if you put the some more characters 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we'll see what will be the printed. It should be greater than 8. Nothing is printed. At least this password is too short. That means it is lesser than 8. Now here you can have nothing is printed. So if you go here, now if you run this, nothing is printed, that means it okay. Okay, the smart print is short. If it is more than 8, then it will not print like this. Okay, super cool. Then you can use the switch statement for the string equality and comparison. Here the one example which we have shown the how to we can use the switch statement for these checking the string equality and the comparison. So here we have took the some character, one constant call as a have some character, the data type for that is a character equal to e. Now we have used the switch here, switch some character, case a, e, I, o, u. 5 cases are there. Print that some character is a vowel, or default it is having the print some character is a not vowel. Now we know that e is a vowel, so it will be printed as a vowel. Okay, we will see this on the playground. The use of switch case for the string equality. So if you run this, you'll printed E is a vowel. Suppose that if I put the other than the vowel here, suppose that I have put here B, then see what will be happen. Default should be printed. So it is printing B is not a vowel. Okay, so that's it. Super cool. Now the last thing in the strings concept we are having as a Unicode. Now if you talked about the Unicode, the Unicode is whether in the Swift language, the Unicode is an international computing standard where the Unicode compliance allows the Swift to go beyond the short list of letters and symbols in the English language. That means instead of that Unicode encompasses over 128,000 different characters used across the multiple languages. It includes the characters, emojis, symbols. So that means the Swift ensures that you can work with the Unicode characters conveniently. So in this example, if you take we are having the three constant cow, then emojis there, credential is one of the constant having some string value called as a resume. My book is having some text there in some other language. And we are printing the infinity dot count here. So it will be printed, it will be treated as a single character with the length of 1. Okay, so what will happen? The Swift ensures that you can work with the Unicode characters conveniently, so that whatever the emojis we are having, okay, it will be treated as a single character with the length 1. Okay, so if you try to run this onto the playground, you will see the output. Okay, if you try to run this, you will see the 1. Okay, that means the count length, it will be treated as a 1. So this is the final concept regarding the strings. For the understanding purpose, I will share you the laboratory session for the strings, strings.playground. Try to solve it. If you summarize that regarding the strings, what we have studied regarding the strings we can use for the create and store the text. By using the strings, you can create and store the text. Here we have studied how to create the string, how to declare the string, how to compare the strings. So which except characters we are using for the strings, how to check the empty string, how to uh, go for the string concatenation and interpolation concepts, then string equality and the comparison, use of lowercase method, use of prefix and the suffix, use of substrings, how to check the length, using the switch for the string equality and comparison. and finally Unicode. So for the laboratory session, I will share you the strings.playground file. Please go through it. If you have any kind of problem, you can comment it below. I will answer that. And please like and subscribe the video. Thank you. Thank you very much.